You know Pac-Man actually had a Christmas special?
Power pellets were in a telephone pole. That's how we're starting this set.
There's Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Baby.
Pac-Dog. There's a Pac-Dog.
God.
We're not allowed to forget, so neither should you.
Anyway, folks, we're back here at top, again, bringing you more losers action. SDX versus Sinji. Sinji, like we alluded to earlier, had a really close set with Captain Zach earlier, but came out on the opposite end of it. And Sinji still rocking with the Pac-Man.
He's staying faithful. I was speaking with him at a random Xeno, and I asked him, Sinji, what's your opinions on Pac-Man with the changes around him and to his character? And he turns to me and is like, take me about an hour to really explain it to you, but I think this character's great. So, like...
Yeah, he looks like a much more well-rounded character. No jokes intended. But he definitely looks far more functional than he did in the past. Yeah, obviously the added addition of that grab not being completely abysmal anymore.
Yeah, his grab's not a meme anymore. He has like a more consistent combo strengths outside of just using his bonus fruit. The bonus fruit themselves have like their own number of oddities to learn, which like that comes and goes as it's needed. But I feel like
ride the wave, baby. Good job from Sinji.
Right there is actually what I was going to bring up. One of the biggest differences in Pac-Man's kit that I feel in particular for this matchup is the fact that trampoline can now be interacted with.
Really?
It's no longer a frame one, just get off me tool. It doesn't work on shield anymore like that. Also, it can be damaged.
Okay.
Meaning it can be used to soak up hitboxes, very much like how Fire Hydrant used to be used as a shield.
Well, I'll be. Interesting.
You're going to be seeing Sinji using that as a defensive measure a lot more, because now SDX has to watch where he's jumping or else he lands on that, putting him in an unnecessary jump position.
Ooh, and that's how combo still works, being able to use the side B in conjunction with the bonus fruit.
Like if you came to watch some flashy smash that makes sense, you came to the right place. Once Sinji's on the screen, you got to break the notebooks out because it's all fun and games. One thing in particular I don't like about what SDX is doing in this match, however, I just got to bring it up, is just the value of item play. So we've all seen Sinji get so much off bonus fruit. In fact, he's going to get another stock off of it.
Yes, sir.
And he gets a lot of his combos, a lot of his advantage stages, all garnered off of that. If you're playing against someone who you know is using items heavily, or it's just built into their character, then you need to take into consideration what it's going to be like taking that item away from them. So a couple of times now we've seen SDX take the bonus fruit away, and yeah, he'll have it in his hand. It's worth noting Pac-Man can't get another one while he's holding it, but SDX lets it go right away, and I don't like that personally. I feel like you can get so much more value out of holding onto it, Z-dropping and putting out an aerial, maybe putting out shadow balls. There's so many options SDX has.
You can always tell how like someone knows the Pac-Man matchup based on how well they're able to use the fruit for themselves. And that's kind of akin to any character that has like a tangible projectile you can interact with. So.
And at least for me personally, I feel like it's the absence of that type of play that can fault you in a number of matchups, because even though Pac-Man is definitely one of the most notable item-heavy using characters, it's still something that you can keep into consideration for other characters like Toon, like the Lynx in general, Peach and Daisy with their turn-ups. There's a few other instances, but like my point stands, it's just like there's a lot of characters.
Can we talk about the face that Pac-Man makes when the grab?
He is so displeased when he misses his grab now. He gives himself this look like, I gotta deal with this again.
Did you thought? Oh, here comes the hurt, baby.
That melon was the most dangerous thing on screen this entire block.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the citrus count in that melon was massive.
Orange on hand. How's it gonna get used? It's good. Well, we getting plowed out here.
Might as well be. Anyway, SDX having a hard time securing his kill right now. The trampoline, again, going to provide a trade opportunity right there.
Your trampoline's always been such a fascinating tool for Pac-Man to use. Look at all that shield pressure, man. In this game, that matters so much. Because Sinji can be poking away with whatever tools he has, and if you're not careful, sitting in shield is a death sentence for you. Because if a fire hydrant's coming at you and your shield's too small, what are you going to do when that clocks you?
That's what I'm saying, man. There we go.
Ooh. All right. I see you.
All right, so SDX has quite the mountain to climb right now. Sinji sitting with no % on him at this point. Anything solid that's...
Hey, remember that thing I mentioned?
You parked it. You are not within 100 feet of that fire hydrant, sir. All right, as the municipal court takes this first game for Sinji right now.
Goddamn.
Again, like I said, if you guys are watching in conjunction with us, we do have, as Austin stands up in disgust.
Let's go, Austin with Vista.
We do have Mars versus Samsora happening behind us. Great set. Like I said, keep us in the multi. Let us know.
You got a multi-Twitch event like this.
You can mute me, it's fine. Or put both of us on at the same time and just have, like, word, like, jumble in the back of your head.
You hear the voices, and they're all from New York. Actually, yeah, there's a whole tri-state block between all of us.
That's what I'm saying, man. We out here.
We really out here. So, SDX ran into an issue where I feel like we saw the same issue earlier, where he just was playing a bit too aggressively.
Right.
If he slows down the pace of the match, I feel like he's going to have a much better job at handling the situation. Bringing Sinji to Kalos, I feel, is a great option because this gives him a ton of space to play around with. And well, yes, Pac-Man can harass you from long distance, and we've seen Sinji do it multiple times already. I think the fact that there's a lot more room to play around, both on and off stage, is going to help SDX a lot more.
Yeah, this stage leaves a lot to be desired in regards to how like the platforms are laid out and how much real estate there is to work with. It could lead to some very degenerative gameplay in the middle. And Sinji's no stranger to the clock. He knows, his win condition when it's coming at him. That being said, this is SDX's counter pick, so maybe he knows something. Maybe it's a comfort thing, not totally sure.
Just from the drastic change in gameplay from SDX, I feel like what I was talking about was sort of like striking a chord here, because with the change in scenery, he's completely changed how he wants to approach on Sinji. And that he doesn't want to approach.
Yeah, maybe. The best approach is not.
The only winning move is not to play.
Yeah, and just exactly what I would have expected from Sinji. He's just going to opt to take the high ground, not really give SDX an opportunity to kind of get those potent combo strings that Mewtwo still has at his disposal.
I mean, on paper, you don't want to be pressing against Mewtwo because he has plenty of air maneuverability to pressure the hell out of you, especially with his aerials that we know rack up massive damage.
Jesus Christ.
Sinji's like, hey, I got the tools to rack up damage. That should not be killing if we get the down air, but no, SDX is not going to go for it. He's opting for the safer option with the Shadow Ball.
It looked like I thought he was going to try to drop down to hit the trampoline, but he didn't.
What a bold man. Sinji nearly killed off of that parry response.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I like it. That's what I'm trying to see, man.
Just out of range for his own fire hydrant.
Sad.
That's not SDX in the driver's seat right now, though. Sinji trying to mount some offensive pressure. Ooh, good job right there.
That was
SDX.
cute.
That was... You two still got some stuff, man. He's very different,
but
this character still has a lot of tools to utilize. Oh my god, that was almost sick.
I love when Sinji does that. Using the wind box from the water to manipulate how the fruit travel is hysterical. My personal favorite is the water in the apple.
Oh yeah, that one's funny.
Like, the pediatrician's choice is a mix-up of a lifetime because the way the apple bounces and it just comes for you.
Ooh, okay, weird interaction right there.
Just another thing from Sinji is it's not even like particularly good or bad, just cute. Is whenever he uses the side B as a shield for projectiles.
Right.
So he gets the pallet and then heals himself by one. Doesn't help him much. It didn't help him in that stock, but it's cute to see. It's a nice idea.
Okay, just gonna opt for the immediately get rid of the key. Apple not gonna get the stock off just yet. There
How about that hydrant?
Yeah, man. That is an $80 fine. You must.
Do not park those.
Yeah. Within 30 days. That being said, Sinji still has a lot of work to do right now.
Yeah, it's not completely lost.
Ooh. That's one way to do it,
combos off like that. It definitely helps the matter.
Good dash attack right there.
Standing at center stage, charging those bonus fruit must be a nightmare on the nerves for SDX. Because he has to figure out, like, what's he going to have to respond to this time?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he going to have his time to get his Shadow Ball ready? What's next up Sinji's sleeve?
Pac-Man doesn't have sleeves.
Or does he?
But he has shoulder pads.
He's wearing arm
pads.
and leg warmers.
All right, so Sinji, again, has a little bit of a mountain to climb up right now.
It's still super doable.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Ooh,
it's all about just playing the patient game, and while we've seen SDX adjust to doing that very well, I feel, this is still Sinji. There's no one who's perfected that game better here in Tri-State.
Yeah, man. He is Pac-Man. Ooh.
Oh, no, he bonked.
Okay, I like the attempt right there, trying to call Sinji's bluff, whether he's going to jump out of shield or not.
I mean, it's really good, because it's like, we've seen time and time again, Sinji's been operating with the jump off that ledge. Makes sense that SDX would try to catch that out, but good cognizance on Sinji to do it better. For those of you wondering,
Mars just beat Sam Sora.
Mars did some good things. Never sleep on the kid.
Twitch.tv/EvenMatchupGaming. Put us both on. Anyway, we still got a game going on here, though.
Meanwhile, Pac-Man things.
Meanwhile, fire hydrants defying the laws of gravity.
Oh, yeah, no, it never cared about gravity. They'd find a way to find it. Water boosted up with the forward air, and just like that, as we reach into close to the 2-minute mark. And we're going to game 3.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna lie, that's hype.
Yeah, that was pretty hype.
I can't front. Like, don't get me wrong, I love me a good zoning battle. It's how I choose to play fighting games. It's how I grew up learning fighting games. So, like, I'm the kind of sick, twisted mind who's gonna sit here for every second of that and be like, that was a good jump.
You done got him, man.
But when you see Mars just erupt into a ball of emotion, like, you got a feel for the kid.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Mars is one of my favorite players to watch, and he did it with his, new mid-tier, low-tier character, Zero Suit Samus. So.
I still feel that Zero Suit is amazing in this game.
Oh, yeah. With abs like that, you have to be good.
Bless.
By the way, I got a programming note for you. Me and Haz are actually just going to swap blocks, so I'm here for the entirety with you.
Oh, groovy. Well, at the very least, we're here for game 3, and this is my favorite song on the stage. This is the fight music for in Smash 64 when you fight the Fighting Polygon team.
Oh, nice.
I love the Fighting Polygon
What a
team.
nice addition.
I love Smash 64 so much, and hearing the music for it in this game just makes me giddy.
What a game, man.
It's also super fitting for a match like this where both of these guys are going to want to stay in their respective zip codes and just throw apples over the fence the whole match. Like, this is the tree ownership dilemma at its finest.
Yeah, man. So like you said earlier, Hangman, the stage, would not provide this. It wouldn't provide the same, camping game as it would in the past, but it does provide good jungle opportunities because of how small the stage actually is. And you can see that already coming to fruition with Sinji right now, having a lot of damage built up on SDX right now.
On top of that, like, both of these characters have no issue with juggling or controlling just the airspace on this stage. From Sinji's slew of projectiles, and the fact that he's no stranger to putting out an aerial or two when it comes to juggling, and the fact that SDX is piloting this Mewtwo, like, someone's eating damage when they're getting hit.
Good job right there from Sinji.
Now it's just a matter of how far is Sinji going to be able to take this lead, especially while he's in disadvantage against SDX.
Yeah, man. Disadvantage state is just so bad for a majority of characters in the cast. Just because of how good the attack button is.
Plus, this is Sinji we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You have a huge grocery list of things to worry about before you even get to, like, process if you should press a button.
Oh, my God!
Well, how about a button to press? And we're seeing this match go to practically dead even right away.
That was a nice shot.
That was. I love it.
Nothing is... I wish I could do that to the fire hydrants in New York sometimes. Just casually brush them away and they go flying off into the ether.
And like Sinji is super aware about whenever he has to fight someone with a reflector. It doesn't faze him at this point. It's just like another thing to take a note of while you're pressuring your opponent. It's like, yeah, this fire hydrant might fly back at me fast enough to kill me at 60.
But it's fine. We take those. It's a risk you have to be willing to take sometimes.
Good patience on Sinji, not opting to go on the aggression when he knows there's a Shadow Ball waiting for him.
Ooh, okay, able to get that 1%, and then we were, for a second, we were at a dead even game.
We were actually 0.2% off. You know, that's actually made me wonder. Say, for instance, they get a tie, like we go to time. Do we measure percentages by the 10th now?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Like, I've never thought of it before. Like, so Super Smash Bros. Has actually always had tenths of a percentage. It's just never been visible to us.
I would hate to be the guy that has to make that call.
Yeah, because like it's one thing if in Smash you lose by a percentage. It's happened before.
Yeah.
It's happened countless times before across all Smash games.
These hydrant combos with in conjunction with the bonus fruit just look so cool.
It's just Sinji, man.
Yeah.
Sinji with this character looks super flashy. Not all the time does he do like the most optimal thing or like the most damaging thing.
Oh, there we go.
Sometimes he just knows how to move and groove.
Sometimes you just get stunned and you get ghosted.
Message last seen, 10:57 p.m. April 23rd, 2018.
On Thursday. All right, folks, so SDX on his tournament stock right now. Sinji trying to continue on in his loser's bracket.
And I feel like as this set has gone on, SDX has been getting more acquainted with playing the patient game. And he's always been able to do so well. It's just that he's just a bit more of an aggro player when it comes to Mewtwo. And while we are seeing that whenever he's an advantage, he just lets loose. As this set has been going on, he's been slower and slower and slower with how he chooses to go in. And I really like that type of an advancement because you're forcing more reactions out of Sinji, forces more things on the board, more opportunities for you to turn that around on Sinji. Look at that shield damage.
That's what I'm saying. If a shield breaks in space and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Dang, man.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, so SDX continuing to keep it close. Really easy to take the stock sometime soon, though, before, things kind of run out of hand for him.
Ooh, the cherry. I hate that cherry.
The cherry's so funny, man.
It's so bad. Like, as an item itself, it actually goes nowhere. Its only value is the fact that you just have a thing to throw really quickly.
Oh!
Bell being thrown down was actually a great idea from Sinji because it set the floor in that entire area somewhere that SDX couldn't go.
Wow.
An amazing DI, surviving at 130% though.
That is so scary, man. There we go. The booties will get the job done. SDX eliminated as Sinji moves on in loser's bracket.
From what I understand, SDX has been making a hell of a loser's run up to this point, so definitely not a loss to be disappointed with, considering the demon run he's had to make.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Good show.
Yeah, good stuff for Sinji. Again, moving on in losers as we're continuing to truck along here.
Well,
I said it's going to be me.